Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream.
Hey everyone, this is David Hill, and I just want to thank you for listening to this live stream play-by-play of the game this evening. If you could be so kind, I'd love it if you'd simply click like and feel free to subscribe to Hillsport 725 as we try to add more games to the channel. Comment below with what you liked or didn't. Feel free to email me at hillsport725@gmail.com. Thanks again, and play on.
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
This message presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
And we're back here at Southridge High School in the cage of Beaverton, Oregon. Once again, the Beaverton Beavers are a really good team. As I said earlier, they're ranked number 4 in the OSAA. They're a team looking to contend for the title. They're a team looking to prove that they are contenders for the title. So they're going to be a tough matchup here for the Southridge Skyhawks on the men's side, who have been kind of middle of the pack for most of the season. Here are my 3 keys to tonight's game. Is Southridge is determined to win this one. First off, location, location, location. Philip Fullerton and Robert Hester down in the blocks are going to have their work cut out for them. And they need to dominate the boards tonight. They can't give up second chance points. They can't give extra possessions. And they've got to do everything they can to steal offensive boards and give themselves multiple chances at scoring some buckets. They are going to need to get good placing, track the ball well at a high level if Southridge plans to win this game. Second of all, you've got to slow down Beaverton. They've got some athletes. Now, the Skyhawks here are coming off of a game last night, whereas Beaverton, just like with their lady counterparts, got a day's rest. So that one day could be very key. Southridge needs to slow the ball down, get the ball across half court, take their time, run through their sets, and allow Beaverton to kind of take it slow themselves, make them play a slow pace, whereas I think Beaverton is going to want to speed it up. Lastly, it's kind of a double whammy on this one. You either need to hold Beaverton to less than 50, or Southridge needs to score at least 70. Sounds kind of weird, but defense is going to be the key tonight, either the predominance of it or the lack thereof. If you can keep the Beavers from scoring 50 points, you've definitely given yourself the best chance for success. Out of the whole season, Beaverton has only had 2 games where they failed to score 50 points. A 58-47 loss to Clackamas and a 47-44 win against Westview. And as we know in sports, if you can keep the game close, anything can happen. Here's the point. If the Beavers don't score in bunches, you're going to be in this game late and give yourselves an opportunity to succeed. However, if the defense can't seem to stop the Beavers and slow them down, then they need to go all out, kind of like an old-school Phoenix Suns offense, and they've got to score at least 70 to win this game, as the Beavers' other 2 of their 3 losses, they gave up 66 and 71 points, respectively. If Southridge can hit these 3 keys, they can win what would be a very close battle, because they played last night and their opponent is tough. However, I've got to go with the Beavers because they're so tough, because they have the day off. And I think Beaverton is going to end up winning this game 65-55. We're going to go ahead and take a break here as they start getting ready for the play. We're going to go ahead and go over our starting lineups here in just a moment here on Hillsport 725 on YouTube.
Hey everyone, this is David Hill, and I just want to thank you for listening to this live stream play-by-play of the game this evening. If you could be so kind, I'd love it if you'd simply click like and feel free to subscribe to Hill Sports 725 as we try to add more games to the channel. Comment below with what you liked or didn't. Feel free to email me at hillsport725@gmail.com. Thanks again and play on. You're listening to live play-by-play of your Southridge Skyhawk basketball here on YouTube at Hill Sports 725.
And we're back here in the cage of Southridge High School. I'm trying to keep it down a little bit, and Southridge is trying to honor one of. We're going to go ahead and take another break here, a little bit longer as they finish up with this here at Hill Sports.
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
This message presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
And we're back here at Southridge High School. Southridge is honoring one of their own here. I believe his name is Mr. Rod Harmon, who, if I heard correctly, has been serving in the community of Beaverton for the last 50 years and part of the Southridge Skyhawk family here, honoring him with an honorary letter. A beautiful ceremony here for Mr. Harmon. But here we are getting ready for a basketball game. And before we get to the starting lineups, we have an honorary captain. Once again, before each broadcasted game, I'd like to honor those men and women serving in our country in the armed forces, Coast Guard, police, fire, and first responders, serving both locally here in the Northwest, nationally, and on foreign soil. I hope they know that our thoughts and prayers are with them, and we wish for them to come to us home safely, especially those that are serving currently overseas. Before this game, we have one honorary captain, Lance Corporal Russell Donnelly. Lance Corporal Donnelly served in the U.S. Marines from 2005 to 2011, where he served as a driver and security for his naval unit while overseas during Operation Iraqi Freedom in Fallujah, Iraq from 2007 and 8. He was most recently stationed out of Camp Pendleton, San Diego, and has since retired and lives in Caldwell, Idaho, with his wife Heidi and their children. Thank you, Lance Corporal Donnelly, for your service to our country. And if you would like to nominate a friend or loved one as honorary captain, please email hillsport725@gmail.com with the subject line honorary captain, or tweet me at hillsport725 and provide your nominee's name, rank, time served, and where, and I'll do my best to make sure that each and every one of them get mentioned at some point in a broadcast. Now we go on to the starting lineups here before the game as the pregame takes closer and closer to tip-off. First off, for the visiting Beaverton Beavers, number 3, the 6'7" senior Bo Sheeran. Number 5, the 5'10" senior Carson Crawford. A 6'4" senior, number 12, Hunter Sweet. The 6'4" junior, number 30, Jake Estep. And lastly, number 55, the 6'1" senior, Cole Johansson. For your Southridge men's Skyhawk team, number 5, the 5'11" junior, Connor Fajardo. Number 22, the 6'2" sophomore, Brock Henry. Number 23, the 6'3" senior, Tyler Galvin. The 6'8" senior, number 32, Robert Hester. And lastly, number 44, the 6'8" senior, Philip Fullerton. We're getting ready to come here to tip off in just a moment. We're going to go ahead and take one more break as we get ready for that. As the time ticks down to the start of the Southridge Skyhawks versus the Beaverton Beavers. We got about 60 seconds left here on Hill Sports 725 on YouTube.
Hey everyone, this is David Hill, and I just want to thank you for listening to this live stream play-by-play of the game this evening. If you could be so kind, I'd love it if you'd simply click like and feel free to subscribe to Hillsport 725 as we try to add more games to the channel. Comment below with what you liked or didn't. Feel free to email me at hillsport725@gmail.com. Thanks again, and play on. You're listening to live play-by-play of your Southridge Skyhawk basketball here on YouTube at Hillsport 725.
And we're back here in the cage at Southridge High School as the final seconds tick away before the teams are announced by the PA announcer. We're going to have Southridge going from my right to left, wearing their white uniforms, black lettering, and Beaverton is going to be wearing their orange uniforms with white lettering, going from my left to right. The final seconds have now ticked down. We're going to get ready for the starting lineups as the PA announcer goes over it. Once again, as we kind of go over some stats here, Beaverton has been great this season. They haven't just been good, they have been very good, they have been great. They currently lead the Metro League with a record of 10-3, and they are undefeated in Metro League play at 5-0, once again ranked number 4 in the OSAA play. They score a lot. Like I said, only 2 games this season, they've scored less than 50, but they're averaging close to 60 points per game on the offensive side. So if you're Southridge, you've either got to play very good defense or a much better offense, depending on what your philosophy is here going into tonight. Again, on the Southridge side, they've played well. They've had some close games that they should have won. They've had some games where they just seem to not have it all at the right time. They've been kind of middle of the road, but here tonight they can make a statement saying that they are ready for the postseason, and they need to win tonight to really make a case on why they deserve to play a little bit extra as we come towards the end of the season. We're going to take one more break here as we get ready for the tip-off here on Hillsport 725 on YouTube. It's Southridge Skyhawks versus the Beaverton Beavers here at Hillsport 725.
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and off.
And we're going to go ahead and cut into the commercial break as the game is getting ready to start. It's going to be Robert Hester versus Sheeran for the tip-off. We are underway. Southridge wins the tip. It goes to Fajardo. This crowd is rowdy. Beaverton students are in. Southridge students are in. This place is packed. Philip Fullerton now has the ball at the top of the key. Guarded by number 12, Sweet. Fullerton passes over to Brock Henry. Henry looking to go inside. He drives down the lane, goes up, and misses the shot. Rebound controlled by Beaverton. Number 5, Crawford, passes it over. Wide open shot from the far side wing. No good by number 30, Estep. Southridge has the ball. They're going pass over to Brock Henry, who gets fouled on catching the pass. Foul is going to be on number 5, Crawford, his first of the game. That's Carson Crawford, his first. First team foul, 7:27 left in the first quarter. Robert Hester has the ball down low now for Southridge. Kind of makes a move, passes over to Fajardo, who's deep by the half-court line, looking to go inside. This crowd is noisy there, looking to play. Fajardo trying to drive around, pass over to Hester at the top of the key. Looking inside to Fullerton. He makes a move, pass over to Fajardo on the near side corner, makes a drive. Across the court, over to Galvin, back over to Henry. Fullerton, top of the key. Fullerton takes the 3. Count it! It's good! 3-0 Southridge, 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Beaverton now has the ball controlled by Johansson, guarded by Henry. Johnson passes it back over to Crawford. They're playing a little bit back and forth. Southridge is in a 2-3 defense. They're playing it back and forth and they go into the middle to number 12, Sweet. Passes it down low to number 30, Estep, who makes a running layup, 3-2, Southridge. Tyler Galvin has the ball, passes it over to Robert Hester down low. He's tries to make a move, goes in, was guarded by Sheeran, and kind of gets stripped, and the ball goes out of bounds. Southridge basketball on the far side baseline. Fullerton's going to be the one inbounding it. We've got 6:30 left in the first quarter. Inbounds it to Henry, who's guarded tightly. Beaverton running a man-to-man defense. Tyler Galvin with the ball on the far side wing, looking for Henry to make a move. Dribbles it around, looks at Fullerton, passes it out to Fajardo, who's near the half-court line. Fullerton now with it in the wing, over to Galvin. Galvin, guarded by Estep. Passes over to Fajardo, who's deep. He passes it inside to Hester, guarded by 2. Makes a move now, goes up, misses it, tries to get his own rebound. Ball goes off of Beavers. Looks like Sweet got in there and kind of knocked it out of bounds. Southridge ball. Fajardo going to be inbounding it, passes it over to Galvin, who's inside, about 10 feet away. Looking to make a move, but gets stripped, gets control of the ball again, makes a move, goes up, no good. Rebound controlled by Beaverton. Ball controlled by number 30, Jake Estep. And passes it in to number 12, Sweet, who makes the layup. It's 4-3, Beavers. Philip Fullerton has the ball at the top of the key right now, and now it's Tyler Galvin in the near side wing, deep near side wing, guarded by Estep. Fullerton passes it inside to Hester, passes it inside to Fullerton, loses it, stripped by the Beavers, and they're looking to move. Crawford has the ball on the far side, passes it over to Johansson. Johansson gets it over to number 12, Sweet, who goes inside, passes it over to number 3, Sheeran, takes a move down below. Shot's no good, but foul's going to be on Robert Hester, his first, and it looks like 2 shots are going to be taken by Sheeran. 5:19 left to play in the first quarter. 4-3 Beavers as Sheeran gets ready for his first 2 free throws of the game. First one is up and off the back iron, no good. Free throws and defense is going to be the key to this game, I think. Make your free throws, you end up winning. Hopefully he misses a second. Sheeran, second shot, goes up. That one's also no good, but controlled by number 30, Estep. Tries to make a move, but gets it out to number 5, Crawford, who loses it, gets control. Now Johansson has the ball again, controlled by Sweet. Johnson now by the half-court circle, passes it over to Crawford, far side wing. Over to the near side wing, Estep. Crawford ends up with a deep three-pointer. That one's good. 5 minutes left in the first. Southridge down 7-3. Tyler Galvin has the ball, guarded by Estep. Fajardo now with it by the center court line. He takes a 3, and that one's up and in. 7-6, Beavers. Johansson has the ball, guarded by Henry. Johansson making a move, but passes it over to Crawford on the near side. They're passing it around the outside, looking to go inside here. Cross court over to Estep. Now it's controlled by Johansson, controlled by Crawford. Southridge running that 2-3 defense, looking for a three-pointer, but not going to take it. Johansson has the ball, center court line. Estep, Johansson, over to Crawford. Crawford, great move by Estep, who comes in all alone on the backside with a layup. Galvin goes up, gets blocked on the other side very quickly. Beavers have it, and he goes up. Sheeran goes up, gets fouled, misses the shot. After Galvin gets blocked, the Beavers push the ball.
Personal fouls on number 22, Brock Henry.
Brock Henry gets his first foul. Number 2 for Southridge in the first quarter. 4:05 left in the first quarter. 9-6 Beaverton, with Sheeran going up for his 3rd and 4th free throws. He missed the first 2 earlier and misses 3 in a row. Keep it up. Keep it up. We have a substitution for Southridge. Zach Galvin is in the game. Kyle Mabry also in, as well as Ryan Lambert. Second shot is up. That one is also no good, controlled by Hester. Southridge trying to bring it up quickly. Tyler Galvin with it, passes it inside to Lambert. Lambert getting ready to make a move, kind of turns around with a nice kiss off the glass. That one goes in. It's now 9-8 Beaverton. Beaverton trying to push it up very quickly, and right now the ball's controlled by number 12, Sweet. Southridge back into a, looks like almost a 3-2 defense here. Number 55, Johansson, goes up for a 10-footer, no good. Lambert goes up for the rebound. Who's the ball going to be on? It's going to be, looks like, over and back call on Lambert. Yes. No, on Mabry. Kyle Mabry gets his first foul going over and back as Zach Galvin was trying to corral in the rebound. Beavers ball with 3:37 left, 9-8. Ball's inbounded to number 11. Passes over to Johansson. Number 11, Sweatman, is now in the game. Estep back over to Johansson. Passes it inside. Back over to Johansson. He takes a deep three. That one's no good. And ball could not be brought in. Out on Beaverton. It's going to be Southridge ball. Mabry is going to be controlling the point at this point. Guarded by Johansson. Passes it inside to Lambert. Lambert, the high post, passes it back over to Mabry at the near side. Drives inside off of Johansson. Passes it across court to Tyler Galvin. Wide open three. No good by Galvin. Beaverton controls it. Johansson moving the ball up quickly. Ball now controlled by Sweatman. Gets it back over to Johansson. Johansson looking to drive inside. Nothing doing. Loses the ball. Stripped by Zach Galvin. Zach can't control it, but he goes up. Misses it. Mabry misses it. Tyler Galvin gets it, and it goes up and in. Mabry and Galvin both missed their layups, but Tyler Galvin gets it to go in on the third attempt. Johnson controlling it, guarded by Zach. Johnson looking to go inside, passes it over to Sweatman, passes it across court for a three from the wing, no good by Estep, controlled by Hester. 2:18 left in the game, 10-9 Southridge. Zach passes to brother Tyler. Hester over to Mabry. Mabry at the top of the key, guarded by Johansson a little bit deeply, sets the screen. Mabry goes up, shoots it, no good. Hester tries to get in there, makes the ball loose, and Zach Galvin controls it. Tyler has it, passes it over to Lambert at the top of the key. Back over to Zach. Zach near side wing. He takes the three. It's up, and it's good. 1:50 left in the first quarter. It's 13-9 Southridge. Zach's going to guard Johansson. Johansson's going to try to make a move here. Now they're going to double team and passes it over to Sweatman. Sweatman at the top of the key. Looking for somebody pass, picks up his dribble, gets it over to Estep. Estep about 10 feet away the high post. Number 12, Sweet, takes the shot. No good from three. Controlled by Hester. 1:27 left, 13-9 Southridge. Mabry has it, looking inside to Lambert. Instead gives it to Hester at the top of the key. And now Tyler Galvin controls it. Far side wing, he takes a three. And that one is around and in, it's good. 16-9 Southridge, 1:10 left in the first. Ball controlled by Sweet. Guarded very closely by Zach. Now over to Johansson on the near side wing. Passes it over to Sweatman. Double teamed here in the near side corner. Passes it back over and stolen by Zach, who almost goes out of bounds. Gets to Lambert. Lambert to Tyler. Tyler goes up for the move and the bucket. Counted. Tyler Galvin with a great move inside off the pass. Gets fouled. We're going to get the call here who the foul is. And number 55, Johansson, gets his first foul with 48.2 seconds left. Coach Andrew Vansel from the Beaverton side is livid. He wanted to travel. No such luck for him. 48.2 seconds left. Southridge now leading by 9. Tyler Galvin taking his first free throw of the night. First free throw for Southridge of the night. That one is up and count it. 19-9, Southridge as a substitution. Jackson Logan is now in the game, coming in for Tyler Galvin. So on the Southridge side, we've got Zach Galvin, Kyle Mabry, Philip Fullerton, Jackson Logan, and Ryan Lambert. Beaverton's going to be bringing up court. Controlled right now by Crawford. Crawford guarded by Zach. Passes it over to Johansson. They're looking for the double team here. Crawford now has the ball again, near side wing. Southridge going into 1-3-1 defense. Loses the ball off his foot. Controlled by Sheeran. Sheeran goes up. No good. Controlled by Fullerton. Mabry, 23 seconds left. Comes it across half court. Southridge running a 2-3 defense. Logan has the ball on the far side wing. He's guarded by Estep. Passes it inside to Lambert. Over to Fullerton. At the top of the key. That one's short for three. No good. Controlled by Beaverton. And Estep has the ball. 4 seconds left. Beaverton's looking for the final shot. Number 12, Sweet, goes up. Count it. At the buzzer. Going to be 19-11 as we come to a close at the end of the first quarter. Southridge coming out with the energy. We're going to take a quick break here. 19-11 Southridge at the end of the first quarter here on Hill Sports 725 on YouTube.
Hey everyone, this is David Hill, and I just want to thank you for listening to this live stream play-by-play of the game this evening. If you could be so kind, I'd love it if you'd simply click like and feel free to subscribe to Hill Sports 725 as we try to add more games to the channel. Comment below with what you liked or didn't. Feel free to email me at hillsport725@gmail.com. Thanks again, and play on.
And we're back here inside the cage, and this Southridge crowd is going crazy for their Skyhawks, who right now have a 19-11 lead against the fourth best team in the state, looking to make a great statement here. Well, the statement has been heard loud and clear by Beaverton. This team came to play. Beaverton with Coach Vansel is making some adjustments here at this point as we get ready for the second quarter. Possession arrow is going to be Beaverton. They're going to be inbounding the ball here, going again from my left to right as they try to figure out a way to get past that 1-3-1 defense and figure out exactly how to defeat the Southridge team. Hopefully they don't figure it out. On the court for Beaverton, we've got Crawford, Johansson, Sheeran, Estep, and number 12, Sweet, all the starters back in the game. Southridge side, we've got Henry, Mabray, Lambert, Fullerton, and Logan. Ball's controlled by Johansson on the top of the key. Passes it over to Crawford. They're going back and forth here. Southridge down to 2-3 defense. Controlled by Estep near side, back over to Johansson, top of the key. Thinks about it, but no. Controlled by Estep, back and forth. Johansson goes inside, passes it in down low to Sheeran. Sheeran gets the bucket and the foul. Foul's going to be on Philip Fullerton. That's his first, third team foul of the game of the half. 7:35 left in the half. 19-13 Southridge as Bo Sheeran gets ready for his fifth free throw. He's 0 for 4 starting the game. Free throws up. That one around and in. Finally finds it. Now Beaverton's going to be bringing the full court press. Mabray picks up his dribble and gets it over to Logan. Gets it back over to Mabray. Crosses it, getting it over to Henry. Almost stolen by Crawford, but knocked out of bounds. Southridge ball. 19-14 Southridge with 7:25 left in the half. Logan's going to be inbounding it for the Skyhawks. Mabray decides to go in the backcourt to receive the pass. Comes across half court now. Screen set by Lambert is in far side wing. Lambert now with it. Passes it over to Logan near side. Logan looking to go in. Beaverton running that 2-3 defense. Henry near side wing with the ball. He goes over to Lambert, about 15 feet on the corner. Makes a drive, makes a move, passes back over to Henry. Wide open three on the near side. And up and around, no good. And ball is controlled by Beaverton, but he tries to throw it out. Henry again for the three. That one no good. And ball this time is controlled by Beaverton. Estep with the ball coming across half court, but gets it over to Johansson real quickly. Ball's controlled over the high post. Short by Sweet. And the ball goes out of bounds. And they're calling it off of Fullerton. It's going to be Beavers ball. 6:43 left in the half. 19-14 Southridge. Coach Vansel is yelling from the sideline for the play that his team needs to do. It's getting loud in here, folks. Johnson has it now near the center court line with 6:40 left. Phil Vessel just looks cool as a cucumber, though. Southridge running into the 1-3-1 defense again. Pass inside, down low to Sheeran. Sheeran double team goes up, no good. But it looks like Fullerton's going to get his second foul with 6:30 left in the half. Yes, that call is on Fullerton as Robert Hester and number 34, Cade Hustler, get ready to come into the game. And Connor Fajardo is going to come back in as well. Sheeran, one for 5 on the free throw line. Just made his first one a moment ago. That one is up, around and in. Fullerton, Lambert coming out, as well as Mabray. Everything remains the same for the Beavers. Sheeran with his second free throw shot, 6:30 left. And that one is up, around, and out. Misses that one. Some unlucky bounces for him, controlled by Hester. Fajardo calling out the play before he comes across the half court with 6:22 left in the half. Fajardo guarded by Johansson, gets it over to Hester at the top of the key. Hester looking to go inside. Henry gets open to the far side wing. He's guarded by Crawford. Cade Hustler had the ball, passes it over to Logan. Logan looking to drive inside as Beaverton still runs this 2-3 defense. Fajardo on the far side passes it over to Cade Hustler. Hustler over to Logan, near side. Still can't find his way in, but moving around, dribbling around the outside here. Hester with the ball at the high post. Picks up his dribble and nowhere to go, but finally gets it over to Cade Hustler. Hustler passes over to Brock Henry in the near side corner. They get it back inside to Hester. Hester guarded by Sheeran. He takes a couple of dribbles and the ball is stripped by Sweet. Gets it over to Johansson, who passes it over to Estep. Takes a three and in and out, no good. Controlled by Hustler. Henry has the ball on the far side wing, gets it inside to Hester. Loose ball and controlled by Beaverton. They steal it again. 5:20 left in the half. Johnson has the ball, guarded by Henry. Passes it over to... Oh, great pass, but lucky bounce there as Crawford had the ball, got it side to Estep, who lost the ball, controlled by Logan. 5 minutes left, 19-15, Southridge. Hester, top of the key, passes it over to Jackson Logan, near side wing. Beaverton running the man-to-man defense now. Logan tries to pass it inside to Fajardo and controlled by Estep. Johnson going to bring it across the half-court line. 4:50 left in the half. 19-15, Southridge. Beaverton running around the outside, passing it all around, trying to look for an inside place. Southridge running a tight 1-3-1 defense. Johansson with the ball, goes in about 15 feet away. High post, takes the shot and misses. And Coach Vessel wants a 30-second timeout so he can get his substitutions in. We're going to take a quick break. 19-15 Southridge with 4:33 left in the half here at Hill Sport 725 on YouTube.
You're listening to live play-by-play of your Southridge Skyhawk basketball here on YouTube at Hill Sport 725.
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
This message presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
And we're back. Beaverton's going to be inbounding the ball with 2:49 left in the half. 23-15 Southridge as Johansson for the Beavers takes the ball, guarded by Zach Galvin, coming across the half-court line. Ball's into Sweatman, who passes it back out. Crawford controls the ball. They're passing it back around here. 1-3-1 for Southridge. Again, ball's passed over to number 12 in the near side corner. The Beavers are moving it all around. They're trying to find a shot. Johansson driving it through, can't find anything. Passes it back over to Hunter Sweet. He passes it inside to Sheeran, who goes up. No good. Almost gets his own rebound, controlled by Zach Galvin. Zach drives it across, gives it over to Cade Hustler. Hustler over to Fajardo by the half-court circle in the front court. Southridge back in the man-to-man defense. Ryan Lambert passes it into Cade Hustler down low. Lambert has it, thinks about the three, no, takes a quick step to Fajardo, guarded by Johansson. Pulls it back out, 1:53 left in the half. Tyler Galvin with the ball, far side wing. Switch on him, passes over to Fajardo, back in the far side wing. Passes it inside to Lambert, who takes a hook shot. It's up, and it's good. 25-15. 25-15 Southridge, and as the Beavers got across the ball, Zach Galvin was guarding Johansson, but he's going to get called for a blocking foul as he tried to drive around him. That's going to be Zach's first. Now, one thing that I'm going to have to take up with the scorebook is I've on my stat sheet, I've got it as 25-17 Southridge, but they have it as 25-15. I'm going to have to see. Beaverton tries to throw it in bounds, almost loses it, but Johansson gets it at the last second, and now he's going to have it guarded by Zach Galvin. Crawford with it at the top of the key, passes over to Estep, who passes it back over to Johansson. Estep with it in the near corner, double team, passes to the high post. Number 11 Sweatman gets the ball and drives it inside. It makes it 25-17 officially. Robert Hester gets the ball from a long pass down low, can't do anything with it. Gets it back over to Fajardo. Zach Galvin with it deep on the far side wing, takes a long three-pointer, and it's good. 28-17 Southridge. Johnson brings it across half court, guarded by Zach Galvin in the 1-3-1 defense. Passes it and throws it away. Throws it away. The Beavers have no answer for this defense here. 28-17 Southridge, 52 seconds left. 6 fouls on Southridge, 3 over on the Beavers side. As Southridge, Connor Fajardo comes across into the front court. Hester now with it, gets double teamed. Looks like Beaverton's running a little bit of a zone defense now. Fajardo, near side corner, passes it inside to Zach Galvin, out to Cade Hustler. Tyler Galvin now has the ball on the far side wing, guarded by Johansson. He's thinking about what he wants to do, brings it back out to the half-court circle. Hester now with it, over to Hustler, back into the far side wing, fills in for Galvin. Hester holding on to the ball, 20 seconds left. They're going to try to hold it for the last shot. 28-17 Southridge. Beaverton running a man-to-man defense. Pokes it away by Sweatman. Fajardo has it, 10 seconds left. Vessel's calling to take the shot now. Hustler has the top of the key with 5 seconds left. Spin move. Tyler Galvin with it. Picks up his dribble, shoots it. No fouls called, no good. Gets his own rebound, no good. And that is how the first half is going to end. 28-17 Southridge. In a game that they were definitely the underdogs. They lead by 11 going into halftime. We're going to take a quick break here as we get ready for our halftime halftime numbers here at Hillsport 725. Southridge Skyhawks lead it against the Beaverton Beavers 28-17.
Who do I play for? Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
This message presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
And we're back here at the cage in Southridge High School, Beaverton, Oregon. Here's what it looks like so far on the Southridge side. So far, it's been just a team game here. Tyler Galvin currently has 7 points. Zach Galvin has 6 on 2 3-pointers. He's 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. Philip Fullerton has 3 himself. Ryan Lambert has 6. So bench points, we've got 12 points on that side, whereas Beaverton only has 2 points coming from their bench with Sweatman. Fajardo has 5 as well, and that comes to your total of 28 points here in the first half. Their defense has just been great here, mixing it up from the 1-3-1 to the man, a little bit of 2-3 it looks like. They're really messing with Beaverton's psyche right now, as the Beavers just have no answer for this defense that Southridge is providing. Let's go ahead and revisit the keys of the game here and see exactly how Southridge is stacking up. First, location. Southridge needed to clean up the boards and not allow second chance points. Hester, Fullerton, the Galvin brothers, they've all been doing that. A very good job. Very few, I believe almost 0 second chance points. Beaverton's had a couple of second opportunities but couldn't put it in. Slowing them down. Hasn't really been that way. In fact, Southridge is going with the mentality they got to outscore this team. They're not really full court pressing them. However, they are letting them come across, and they're stifling them once they do get across for the most part. Beaverton also not really full court pressing too much. They don't mind playing the slower paced game, but once the rebounds are collected in, both teams are just flying. So they're not slowing down. They're going to keep this at a fast-paced game. Lastly, you have to hold Beaverton to under 50 or score 70. At the pace this is going right now, if we were to continue at this pace, the final score would be 56-34, which would definitely do what they need to do. I don't expect that to be the case. I expect Beaverton to come out strong in the third quarter. They've seen what Southridge has done. This is the first time they've played each other all year, so they now have got all the kinks worked out, and I expect Coach Vansel on the Beaverton side to make some adjustments and for the Beavers to make a run. If Coach Vessel can also make some adjustments on the Southridge side and hold off, get his players to hold that Beaverton run to as minimal as possible, and just like in the second quarter, maybe give up a few points early, but go on a run themselves, then they have a great chance to win this game. So they might just hold Beaverton to under 50, but what you got to do right now, if you're Southridge, you've got to make sure that you're still scoring. You cannot do what you did against Jesuit. You can't slow the pace down at this point. You've established it. You've got to run it, and score some points. We're going to take another break here at halftime. We've got about 5.5 minutes left in the break here in Southridge High School, the cage at Beaverton, Oregon. Skyhawks lead it 28-17 over the Beaverton Beavers here on Hillsport 725 on YouTube.
You're listening to live play-by-play of your Southridge Skyhawk basketball here on YouTube at Hillsport 725.
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college, but all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
This message presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
And we're back here in the cage at Southridge High School, Beaverton, Oregon. So I was able to kind of go over the book here. The official book is the Southridge book. Official score is 28-17. I had them at 28-19. It looks like I was giving credit to Jamie Sweatman over on the Beavers side for a 2-point basket. Nobody else has that on either book for Southridge or Beaverton. So your score is correct, 28-17 here at Southridge High School. So final moments are coming down here. We've got about 3.5 minutes left in halftime. Here's what we're looking at. Kind of gone over the points a little bit. Galvin has 8 points. He's 1 for 3 from behind the arc, and he's 2 for 5 inside for the 2-pointers for a total of 5 for 10, shooting 50%. Great percentage for him. Fajardo's only taken 2 shots, made them both, scoring a total of 5 points. Free throws on the Southridge side are non-existent. They're just not getting the calls down low, and they're not making the moves down low in order to get those free throws in their favor. On the Beaverton side, they've had 7 free throws taken, all by the same person, Bo Sheeran, who is 2 for 7 from the free throw line. They've taken a couple of 3-pointers. Carson Crawford hit 1 in the first quarter. Hasn't taken a shot since then. Estep has taken 4 3-pointers. He's 0 for 4. Johansson, he's 0 for 2. He's 0 for 3 for the game, but 0 for 2 on the 3 from behind the arc. Leading scorer for Beaverton right now is Estep with 6 points. Scored all of them in the first quarter. Sheeran took charge of the second, scoring 4 points, but the total, 28-17, tells you just exactly what Southridge has been doing to them defensively. Beaverton just does not have an answer for them. As the teams are coming out here for their final warm-ups here in the last 2 minutes, leading scorers for Southridge once again, Tyler Galvin with 8, Zach Galvin and Ryan Lambert both with 6. Fullerton has that 1 3-pointer, taking 2 shots the whole game. He's 1 for 2 from behind the arc. Fajardo has 5. Nobody's really in foul trouble as far as I can see, except for Philip Fullerton, who has 2 fouls. Got them pretty early. Brock Henry has 1. Hester has 1. Zach and Mabry both have 1. Beaverton side, Crawford, Sweet, and Johansson each have 1. So fouls have not been abundant here. They've been kind of at a premium. So look for maybe that to change. The officials might change their calling here in the second half here. I don't know. They might look at it a little bit more strict. Hopefully not. I kind of like seeing this, letting the kids play. Been a great game so far. As we come to the final 60 seconds, we're going to take one more quick break as we get ready for the second half. Southridge leads it at halftime, 28-17, here at Hill Sports 725 on YouTube.
Hey everyone, this is David Hill, and I just want to thank you for listening to this live stream play-by-play of the game this evening. If you could be so kind, I'd love it if you'd simply click like, and feel free to subscribe to Hill Sports 725 as we try to add more games to the channel. Comment below with what you liked or didn't. Feel free to email me at hillsport725@gmail.com. Thanks again, and play on.
And we're back here with the final 20 seconds ticking off here at halftime as we get ready for the second half. Final timeouts are commencing. Beaverton players are getting onto the court. Looks like we've got Crawford, Johansson, Sheeran, Sweet, and Estep. All the starters are in. I imagine the same for Southridge to be the case as well, which if that's the case, it'll once again be Fajardo, Henry, Galvin, Hester, and Fullerton, and indeed, that's what it looks like. Possession arrows going to Southridge, so Tyler Galvin is going to be inbounding the ball for Southridge as they now go from my left to right. Beaverton going out to my right to left. Southridge in their white uniforms, black lettering. Beaverton in orange uniforms, white lettering. We are underway here as Fajardo's taking a drive inside. Gets stopped over by Johansson. Passes over to Fullerton at the top of the key. Fullerton looking anywhere to go. Picks up his dribble. Passes over to Tyler. Passes it inside to a streaking Fullerton. Makes a move. Gets blocked by Sheeran on the inside shot. Fullerton can't quite make it, but it looks like there is a foul called on Sheeran. So that block's not going to count as he got him on the arm. Fullerton going to be taking his first 2 free throws of the game. First one is up and good. First free throw of the game for Southridge. 7:41 here left in the third quarter. So we're 19 seconds into the second half, and these are their first free throws. Second one is up. That one also good. Keep hitting those. 30-17 Southridge. Brock Henry and Connor Fajardo are going to kind of run a little bit of a mini press here against Beaverton as Crawford takes it across the half-court line back over to Johansson. Southridge back in the 2-3 defense, it appears. Crawford with the ball, guarded by Henry. Back over to Johansson. Passes it over to Estep, far side wing. They're moving it back and forth, looking to go inside. Ball controlled by Sweet. Over to Crawford. No good on the three-point shot, controlled by Hester. Fajardo moving the ball up court. Passes it to Henry, who's wide open. Makes a move down low. Passes it to Fullerton, and he's going to get called for the travel. Picked up his pivot foot. Turnover. Beaverton ball, 7:08 left in the third, 30-17, Southridge. Crawford controlling it, passes it across court to Estep, who now has it in the far side wing. Johansson, near side wing, wide open three, takes that one long, controlled by Crawford, looking around to where to go. And Johansson ends up with it, top of the key. Estep with it, far side, back over to Johansson. Southridge running that 2-3 defense still. Johansson looking to drive in, nothing there. Passes over to Crawford, near side and back. Johansson picks up his dribble. Over to Crawford. Crawford inside to Sweet. Inside to Sheeran. Great move on the block. And Sheeran gets the first basket of the second half. 30-19, Southridge. Fullerton has the ball top of the key. Passes over to Henry, the near side wing, guarded by Crawford. Henry trying to make a move, looking inside. Hester calling for it. Passes it in down low. Hester guarded by Sheeran. Faces up on him. Puts his back to him, makes a couple of dribbles, passes over to Tyler Galvin, who almost loses it and almost travels there, but responds well. Fajardo over to Henry, wide open from the corner, three-pointer, count it. His first basket of the game, he's now 1 for 3 from behind the arc, 33-19 Southridge. Crawford brings it across half court, now over to Johansson, going and driving to near the center court, guarded by Henry. Southridge still on a 2-3, passes it down low, stripped by Fajardo, controlled by Tyler Galvin, who brings it across half court. Tyler Galvin drives inside, passes over to a wide open Hester, and dunks it! Woo! Robert Hester, 35-19 Southridge. Beaverton, Coach Andrew Vansel has no choice but to call a timeout with 5:30 left in the third quarter. 35-19, and he slammed that with some emphasis. We're going to take a quick break here. 35-19 Southridge, 5:30 left in the third quarter here in the cage, Hill Sports 725 on YouTube.
Hey everyone, this is David Hill, and I just want to thank you for listening to this live stream play-by-play of the game this evening. If you could be so kind, I'd love it if you'd simply click like and feel free to subscribe to Hill Sports 725 as we try to add more games to the channel. Comment below with what you liked or didn't. Feel free to email me at hillsport725@gmail.com. Thanks again, and play on.
And we're back here in the cage as the crowds died down a little bit from that Robert Hester dunk. Great move by Tyler Galvin as he goes inside to pass it over to him. Beaverton has the ball. Johansson going to bring it across the half court. Decides to pass it over to Crawford, guarded by Henry, going across half court. Close to over in the back there. Estep thinks about the three, but doesn't. Southridge running the 2-3 wide open. Number 11, Sweatman, no good for the three. And Ball is loose, out of bounds, off of Fajardo as he tried to corral in the rebound. Beaverton ball with 5:13 left in the third. Crawford going to be inbounding it. Looking deep, passes over to Johansson by the half-court line. Guarded by Fajardo. Passes it inside to Estep. Takes a shot from the high post from the free throw line, and it's good. 35-21 Southridge. Philip Fullerton taking it across half court. Pass from Fajardo over to Henry in the near side wing. Southridge is now going into a 2-3 zone. Passes over to Hester down low. Fajardo thinks about a three from the corner. Tries to get it back into Hester. Ball is kicked by Sweatman. 4:50 left in the third quarter. 35-21 Southridge. And Southridge is going to have the ball near side baseline over by their bench. Tyler Galvin going to be inbounding it. Looking to go to Hester. Gets it from about 15 feet in the corner. Guarded by Sheeran. Passes outside to Henry. Takes a drive inside. Back over to Tyler Galvin. Beaverton back into the man-to-man defense. Hester at the top of the key with the ball. Gets over to Fajardo, near side wing, guarded by Crawford. He drives inside, has the lane, passes it over to Tyler Galvin for the three from the corner. No good, controlled by Beaverton. Crawford trying to move it up, passes it to the near side corner to Johansson, gets it over to Sweatman, back over to Johansson for the three, no good, controlled by Estep. Stripped by Tyler Galvin, controlled by Hester. Fajardo has the ball now coming across half court, passes over to Hester near side, or the far side wing. Now Tyler Galvin with it deep. Fullerton, top of the key, inside to Hester down low, and an over the back call is going to be called as Hester was bringing in the pass. Foul should be on Sweatman. No, excuse me, on Sheeran. Sheeran was the one guarding Hester. That's his second foul, second for Beaverton. 4:03 left in the third, 35-21 Southridge. Fajardo's going to be inbounding it from the front court baseline. Stack high Tyler Galvin here. They're looking to come inside. They're calling a bad screen on Fullerton. That's going to be his third foul. He kind of reached out a little bit. Could have gotten away with it if the ref wasn't staring right at him. And Ryan Lambert's going to be coming into the game, replacing Philip Fullerton. Philip's going to sit down for a few minutes. He's going to have to be careful now. He's got 3 fouls. They only give you 5 in high school. Beaverton's going to be inbounding it here. Far side baseline. 4:03 left in the game. 35-21 Southridge. They've been playing great defense all night, and it looks like they're bringing in kind of a semi-fast break with Brock Henry in the backcourt. Crawford brings it across the half-court line and then back to the 1-3-1. Johansson deep. Passes back over to Crawford, near side wing. Passes over to inside to Sheeran. Sheeran passes over to Crawford, who takes the three. It's up, and that one's good. His first 3 of the game. As Fajardo is now getting double teamed, passes it across the half-court line to Hester. Gets it back over to Fajardo. Lambert down low with the ball. Makes a move down low. Thinks about it, picks up his dribble. Henry with it in the near side corner. Henry fakes it, gets it back to Lambert. Lambert across to Tyler Galvin, stripped it by Estep. Estep 3-on-1, 3-on-2, passes it over to Johansson. It's up and it's good. And Phil Vessel's going to be calling timeout. 30-second timeout for Vessel. As Zach Galvin and Kyle Mabry are going to be checking in for the first time of the half. Quick break here. Southridge leads at 35-26, 3:08 left in the third quarter here at Hill Sports 725.
Hey everyone, this is David Hill, and I just want to thank you for listening to this live stream play-by-play of the game this evening. If you could be so kind, I'd love it if you'd simply click like and feel free to subscribe to Hill Sports 725 as we try to add more games to the channel. Comment below with what you liked or didn't. Feel free to email me at hillsport725@gmail.com. Thanks again, and play on.
And we're back here at Southridge High School's gym, The Cage, in Beaverton, Oregon. 35-26. Southridge leads it with 3:08 left in the third quarter. Southridge has only scored 7 points. That dunk, since the time out of that dunk, Beaverton is kind of rallying a little bit, down by 9 right now. It's going to be Southridge ball coming in from the backcourt, and Beaverton is deciding to run the press now. They're going to try to put the pressure on Southridge to make a move. Mabry with it, gets it back over to Lambert on the backside. He's going to cut through the defense. Back over to Mabry, he's going to run the point. Comes across the line. Beaverton going into a man-to-man defense. Mabry guarded by Johansson. Gets a move on him. Tries to get past him. Can't quite. Passes over to Lambert. Zach Galvin in the game now. Guarded by Estep. Makes a move past him. He has the lane. Over to Hester. Can't control it. And Estep, Crawford ends up with it. Estep now has it. Johansson, top of the key, passes over to Crawford. And back over to Johansson. Crawford. Johansson, top of the key, over by the half-court line, guarded by Zach Galvin. Southridge back in the 1-3-1. Johansson passes over to Estep from the corner for three. No good. That one's controlled by Hester and Southridge. Mabry has it. He's going to bring it across half-court. 2:15 left in the third quarter, 35-26. Southridge. Zach Galvin has the ball on the far side of the wing, guarded by Estep. Passes it inside to Ryan Lambert, who makes a move for it. The jump hook. Lays it in off the glass. Beaverton trying to move quickly. Estep has it, almost lost it there. Guarded by Lambert. He makes a move, stopped by Hester. Picks up his dribble and throws it towards Crawford, but it looks like that it was a kickball off of Brock Henry. Beaverton ball as Cade Hustler checks in. Coming in for Robert Hester. Coming out for the first time in the second half. Crawford's going to be inbounding it for Beaverton. Throws it deep in the backcourt over to Estep and gets it to Johansson on the side, who travels. Moved his foot. 1:50 left in the third quarter, 37-26. Southridge up by 11 here. And Vansel can't believe the call. He's asking for an explanation, and the referee certainly has given him the explanation. You can't move your feet when you're not dribbling the ball. Mabry has the ball, guarded by Johansson in the backcourt, coming across the half-court line. Guarding him really tightly. Cade Hustler with it. Passes over to Zach Galvin on the far side of the wing. Sets the screen. Zach Galvin looking to go inside. Can't quite get in there, but back out to Hustler on the far side. Lambert, top of the key, now guarded by Sheeran. Henry, guarded by Crawford. Southridge looks like a man-to-man defense. Lambert inside, kisses it off the glass, and that one's good. 39-26, his fourth point of the half. Beaverton goes up, and a quick pass over to Estep, who on the alley-oop layup makes it. 39-28, Southridge. Pass inside to Cade Hustler. Can't do anything with it. Zach Galvin up with a three. No good, long, controlled by Lambert. Lambert picks up his dribble, tries to pass it over, controlled by Mabry. Mabry misses it, controlled by Beaverton. Johansson has it on the near side, passes it well across court, inside to Estep, who's looking to go inside, guarded by Lambert, can't do it. Inside to Crawford, outside to Johansson for three from the corner. That one's no good. And Mabry looked like he was getting the rebound, but a foul's going to be called. That's going to be a foul on Mabry. Looks like he got in there a little too close for the referee's liking. That's his second of the game. Tyler Galvin, Connor Fajardo, and Robert Hester all back in the game with Cade Hustler and Brock Henry. Johansson has the ball in the backcourt now, bringing it back to the front. Passes over to Sheeran, top of the key. Crawford, Johansson tries to drive inside, doesn't get it. Number 12, Sweet, has the ball, guarded by Hester. Oh, the elbow, should have got it, push off. Shot by Crawford from three, good. Missed the elbow there on that one, and Crawford hits the three-pointer. Connor Fajardo driving inside, pass over to Mabry, almost loses it, and does lose it. Referee got it on the line. Doesn't want to quite give up the ball, can't believe the call. And Crawford tries to take the ball away from Henry, who doesn't want to give it up. And the referee's saying, no, you can't do that. Let me do that. That's my job. 11.3 seconds left in the third quarter. 39-31 Southridge. And number 14 for Southridge, Mason Stewart Carruthers, is coming in. I'm just going to call him Carruthers. I hope he doesn't mind. 10 seconds left. Beaverton ball. Johnson coming across half court. 8 seconds. Guarded by Fajardo. Push off again. Another push off. Crawford for three. That one no good. As rebounded by Sheeran. And in one motion as Crawford takes the three-pointer and misses, Sheeran reaches up and lunges for it with his left hand. Pushes it up at the last second while in midair. And it happens to go in. 39-33 Southridge. Going into the fourth quarter. We're going to take a break here here at Hill Sports 725. Getting ready for the fourth quarter here.
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
This message presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
And we're back, getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Southridge leads at 39-33. Once up by 11 at the half, gives up 5 points there to be up by 6. Beaverton's making a run. Southridge has got to do something here if they want to finish off with the W here in the upset. It's going to be Beavers ball as we start the fourth quarter. Johansson guarded by Henry in the backcourt. Southridge is going to go back to the 1-3-1 defense. And Crawford, long three, it's up, no good. Ball is controlled by Dyler Galvin, Southridge has it, 7:40 left in the game. Tyler Galvin with him in the near side wing. Over to Kate Hustler, top of the key, looks over into Hester, down low at the block, guarded by Sheeran, and gets called for the travel, kind of bobbing his feet there, not really setting a pivot foot. And Philip Fullerton's going to check into the game as Kate Hustler comes out. Fullerton's going to need to be a presence here the last 7.5 minutes of this game. Beaverton with the ball. Johansson's going to be bringing it up and passes it over to Crawford. Oh, ball's tipped by Henry. Still gets it to Johansson. Takes the shot from the free throw line. That one's no good. Controlled by Henry. Henry with the ball near side wing. Guarded by Crawford. Hester now has the ball top of the key. Gets it over to Tyler Galvin. Galvin guarded by Estep. Man-to-man defense. Oh, pushing off here. Got to watch out for that. Philip Fullerton, top of the key for three. A little bit short. Controlled by Beaverton. And Crawford bringing it up quickly. Estep now with it. Back over to Crawford. Looks to pass it. Doesn't. Gets over to Estep. Gets it into the corner. And Crawford now with it deep. Johansson, near side wing. They're just passing it back and forth from the outside as Southridge goes into the 2-3 defense. Crawford with it near side wing. Back over to Johansson by the half-court line. They're just looking to stretch it out. Johansson finally makes a move, and it's blocked by Hester. Shot is blocked and controlled by Hester. Fajardo has it. He makes a drive deep in, gets it over to Fullerton, goes up with it, and they're going to call him on the travel there. Oh, can't believe it. Phillip kind of lost it there for a second, was able to control it, and then gets called for the steps. Coach Vansel wanted a foul on Hester on that block, didn't get it, but he ends up getting the turnover on the other side. 6:02 left in the game, 39-33 Southridge. Nobody has scored yet in this final period. Johnson with it, near side, passes it inside to Sheeran. Crawford now, Johansson, top of the key. 2-3 defense from Southridge. Crawford loses it, but is able to regain it. Inside to Sweatman, as Sheeran makes the 2-point basket, and Southridge trying to push it up quickly, almost stolen by Beaverton, and goes into the scorer's table. 39-35 Southridge, 5:35 left in regulation. Lambert's now in the game. Going to be inbounding it for Southridge. Passes it into Fullerton, who gives it to Fajardo. Trying to look to go inside. Beaverton with the man-to-man defense again. Passes it inside to Hester, makes a move. It's up and gets the shooter's bounce. That one goes. 41-35 Southridge. Johnson bringing it across half court, gets it over to Crawford near side wing. 1-3-1 defense. It's worked so well Oh, no, excuse me, they're back in the 2-3. Crawford with it, passes over to Johansson. Inside to Sweatman. Sweatman back over to Johansson. Inside to inside to Sheeran, who makes the 2. 41-37, it's close. 4-point game. Vansel wants a travel call on Lambert. Nothing doing. Fajardo, top of the key. Looking for where to go. 4:45 left. Eerily reminiscent of the Jesuit game. Can't do that. Pass over to Hester. Almost loses it and stripped by Crawford. It's a 3-on-9. He's going to go up and take it. Oh, but he misses the shot. And then Estep gets the rebound. Misses the first one. Gets it on the second one. So Crawford swiped the ball away. Misses the layup. Rebounded by Estep. Misses his first. Makes his second. 4:31 left in the game, 41-39. Beaverton's making a comeback. We were once down by 11. Timeout called by Southridge. They only have fools left. 2 timeouts for Southridge, 3 left for Beaverton. Here's the foul trouble so far. Sheeran has 2 on the Beaver side. Crawford, Sweet, and Johansson all have 1. Nobody else has any. On Southridge, Henry has 1. Galvin, nope, doesn't have any. Hester, 1. Fullerton has 3. Mabry has 2. He's on the bench currently, and Zach Galvin has 1. He's also on the bench with 4:31 left to play in regulation. Starting to look eerily like Jesuit. What I mean by that is a couple of weeks ago, Southridge took a lead into the 4th quarter, started to play a little bit more conservatively, and Jesuit took advantage of that, trying to up the tempo, and were able to end up taking the lead and winning it. With a last-second basket and a couple of missed free throws by Robert Hester in the waning seconds of that game. You can't let that happen. 41-39 Southridge as the teams come out of the timeout. Lambert, Mabry, Henry, Tyler Galvin, and Philip Fullerton all on the court. Galvin's going to take it up past the half court. It looks like it was a pass to Fullerton that was just missed. Went over to Galvin. Lambert gets it over to Mabry, who's guarded by Johansson. Both sides of the fans are getting loud here. Tyler Galvin with it. About 15 feet out. He's guarded by Estep. Turnaround jumper. It's good. 43-39. Southridge is going to the 1-3-1 defense again. Crawford with the ball. Passes inside. Stolen by Mabry, but controlled by Beaverton. Back in down to Sheeran. Sheeran pushes down low. Nothing called. Blocked by Fullerton. And finally a foul is called. Southridge wants a travel. No foul is called. Sheeran misses 2, gets blocked by Fullerton. And it's going to be Beaverton ball. No foul is called. Just out on Southridge. 43-39. Estep with the ball, passes over to Crawford, wide open for a deep 3, no good, controlled by Henry. And a foul is called, pushing over and back on Estep. That's going to be his first.
Personal fouls on number 30, Jake Estep. His first personal, 13 foul.
Lambert's going to be inbounding it for Southridge. Oh, push is called on Beaverton. Johansson with his second gets called on a push prior to the ball being inbound. 3:41 left in the game. 43-39 Southridge. And they're deciding on where they want Southridge to inbound the ball from, and they go back to the original spot, the far side, backcourt baseline. Beaverton bringing in the full court press. Fullerton gets over to Mabry, who cuts through the defense into the front court. Triple team passes over to Tyler Galvin on the far side. Mabry on the deep side. Galvin for 3. No good. Deep. Beaverton controls it. Johansson bringing it across court. Crawford now with the near side back over to Johansson. Over to Estep on the far side corner. Ball's being passed around the outside as Southridge is bringing the 1-3-1 defense. Crawford almost lost it on his own. Pass tipped by Henry, but still makes it to his destination. Estep down low to Sheeran. Sheeran tries to make a move, nothing, and passes it back out to Estep, who turns and spins. Henry almost steals that ball, but ends up Johansson. Johnson with it. top of the key. Crawford, near side wing, gets triple team, and the ball is lost off of Henry's foot. Deep pass, nobody controls it. Johansson ends up with it. Estep with it for a three. No good. And the rebound to Beaverton, and he steps out of bounds. He steps out of bounds. 2:40 left. 2:40 left in the game. Estep gets the rebound and stepped out of bounds. It's going to be Southridge ball. And the fans on the Beavers side not showing some high school sportsmanship here. Can't repeat what they're saying. 43-39, 2:40 left in the game. Southridge leads it. They're going to be inbounding it from the backcourt baseline. Lambert, Fullerton, Mabry, Henry, and Tyler Galvin all on the court. For the Beavers, Sheeran, Estep, Crawford, Johansson, and Sweet. They're bringing in the full court press. Tyler Galvin's telling everybody to back up. He's going to take it across, passes over to Fullerton. He makes a move, tries to drive it inside, picks up his dribble, and ball's out of bounds. It looked like it was tipped off of Sweet, but instead they're going to call it off of Fullerton. Beaverton ball, 2:27 left in the game. 1-3-1 defense by Southridge. Crawford with it, runs into Galvin. Beaverton gets called for the technical. They wanted a kick ball, and Beaverton gets assistant, jumps out of his chair, gets called for the technical. Assistant coaches have to stay down, and he got up to yell a call. Wanted the kick ball. Nobody calls it. Instead, he gets called for the technical. And the Beaver fans are livid. Southridge fans are going crazy here with 2:16 left. 43-39 Southridge. Now the question is, who's going to take the technical shots? Looks like Brock Henry's going to. Phil Vessel's trying to figure out what's going on over there. And Henry takes the first one, and it's no good. Oh, excuse me, that was an assistant coach asking for some clarification, not Vessel. Henry getting ready for the second technical shot. That one is up, and that one is good. It's 44-39, 5-point lead for Southridge, 2:16 left, and it's going to be Southridge ball. We've got Zach and Tyler Galvin both in, Ryan Lambert, Philip Fullerton, and Brock Henry. No changes for Beaverton. Gets it inside to Fullerton. Near the out-of-bounds line. Timeout called by Vessel. He wants to... Does he have a 30-second? He does have a 30-second timeout. Oh, he has only got full timeouts left. One of his last two. And we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here. Southridge leads at 44-39. 2:14 left in the game here at Hillsport 725 on...
Hey everyone, this is David Hill, and I just want to thank you for listening to this live stream play-by-play of the game this evening. If you could be so kind, I'd love it if you'd simply click like and feel free to subscribe to Hillsport 725 as we try to add more games to the channel. Comment below with what you liked or didn't. Feel free to email me at hillsport725@gmail.com. Thanks again, and play on.
And we're back here again at Southridge High School. 2:14 left in regulation. Southridge leads it by 5. So here's kind of the scenario. Again, going back to the Jesuit game, that was the last time I saw these guys play. They were up late after a great comeback. Southridge played a little bit conservatively and ended up losing the game on that one. It looks like they've learned their lesson on that. They are playing very aggressive, just as Beaverton is. They're matching each other's aggression. 44-39. Lambert inbounds it and throws it away. Throws it out of bounds. And Brock Henry's going to come in for Philip Fullerton. Or excuse me, not Brock Henry. Robert Hester's coming into the game for Philip Fullerton. Southridge back in the 1-3-1 defense as Beaverton comes across. Johansson with the ball. Gets it over to Estep. Thinks about it, but no. Back over to Crawford. Crawford has been on fire, and the ball is tipped by Lambert, controlled by Zach Galvin. 2 minutes left in the game. Pass over to Hester. Could have gotten a push off of Sheeran. Henry with it on the far side. Back over to Hester near the half-court circle. Henry with it. Gets guarded. Passes over to Lambert on the far side corner. Makes a move. Passes out to Tyler Galvin. Wide open. Thinks about it. Just going to hold it. Oh, he can't do this. Take the shot. Henry with it. Oh, back inside to Galvin. It's going to be off of Sweet. Ball goes out of bounds, and Southridge ball. Fullerton is going to be coming back into the game for Hester as Sweatman comes in for number 12, Sweet. 1:38 left in the game, 44-39 Southridge. Southridge running a stack high. Passes over to Lambert at the far side wing, guarded closely by Sweatman. Zach Galvin with it, guarded by Johansson. Inside to Fullerton. Fullerton double team. Zach thinks about the three. No, passes over to brother Tyler. Zach back with it, near side. Gets double team but makes a move. Passes it across court, stolen by Crawford. Crawford thinking about what to do, but gets it over to Johansson, the safe move, who passes it over to Sweatman, over to wide open Estep for three. No good. No good. Controlled by Southridge. Zach Galvin tries to pass it in deep to Tyler. Can't control it. 1:05 left in the game, 44-39. They're just running back and forth. Johansson with it to Crawford. Gets it inside to Sheeran. And back outside. Beaverton controls it. Crawford with it, passes it inside to a wide open Estep. Off his tips, but stays in bounds. Estep has it, passes it over to Sweatman on the near side wing. Looks inside to Sheeran, wide open, and gets the bucket and the foul. Henry, you can't go in there for that block. Go ahead and let him score on that. Don't give him the extra basket, the extra chance. That's going to be his second. 43.3 left in the game in regulation. 44-41 Southridge.
Replaces Zachary Galvin.
Kyle Mabry's in the game here for Zach Galvin, as Sheeran's going to be taking a free throw. Both teams' fans going crazy. That shot is up, no good. Misses another one. Lambert controls it. Looked like he got hit in the face there for a second. Tyler Galvin gets it back over to Lambert across half court. Philip Fullerton, far side corner, guarded by Sheeran. Takes it, dribbles up to the far side wing. Gets it over to Lambert. Almost loses it. No, doesn't go back court. Henry with it. Vansel's calling for the fouls and yelling for the backcourt violation. Doesn't want the chance to get a technical, but he's getting awfully close to one. He is livid that he thought that Mabry couldn't do it. 22.4 seconds left. 22.4 seconds left in the game. As Jake Estep gets his second foul of the game. 22.4 seconds. Southridge leads by 3. All you have to do is make a basket. Make a basket. This game is over. 22.4 seconds. Lambert in for the inbound. Passes it over to Tyler Galvin. Back over to Lambert. Makes a move down low. Goes up. Shoots it. Rebound. Galvin. Good. It's good. Beaverton rushing. Estep for 3. Blocked by Lambert on the 3. Estep misses it on the block. He drives inside. Gets fouled by Philip Fullerton. His 4th. Estep's going to be taking 2 free throws with 3 seconds left. 46-41 as Southridge leads it by 5. Number 4 for Fullerton. 2 free throws. 2 free throws for Jake Estep, but it might not matter with 3 seconds left because he has to make both of them down by 5. First one is up. It's good. 46-42. Hester's back in, try to get this rebound, coming in for replacing Brock Henry. They're gonna go big for this rebound. I mean, there's no point in missing it. You're down by 4. There's no 4-point shot. You got to make it and try to get a quick steal for a 3 in 3 seconds. Second shot is up. That one is also good. And Vansel wants a timeout. He is upset. He thinks that some calls should have gone his way. 46-43. 3 seconds left. We're going to stay right here. Full timeout here for Coach Vansel and Beaverton. The Beaverton crowd is beside themselves. The team that's number 4 in the state against a team that's been merely average, and the average team has brought it to them and is going to end up with this win, barring in 3 seconds a ball is stolen beyond the arc and a made 3-point shot forces overtime. That is the only way for Beaverton to come back and have a chance at winning this game. A miracle, to say the least. They're going to bring everything on this full court press and force it. All you have to do, if you're Southridge, just get the ball into anybody. I'd get it to Fullerton and shoot free throws. I'd put in all of your best shooters to get those free throws as well. I'm thinking Fajardo. I'm thinking Henry, Galvin. You might want to take out Hester and bring in Mabry, Fullerton. Leave him in. He's had a great game. Instead, here's what it looks like. Hester is in. Henry, Lambert, Mabry, and Galvin to try to inbound this ball to win the game. Sweatman, number 2, Wyatt Christofferson making his first appearance. Johansson is in. All the shooters are in for Beaverton as they try to get a steal. They pass it deep. All they got to do is touch it. The ball's touched. And Johansson has it, throws it 3 from deep. No good. And the crowd rushes the court. Southridge is besides themselves as they celebrate with joy. Beaverton is besides themselves as they taste the bitterness of defeat. It is 46-43 your final score, and what a day to be a Southridge Skyhawk today. The Lady Hawks and the Men Hawks, both with great wins. One was expected, one is an upset. We're going to take a break right here as we come up with some post-game thoughts here, and I get myself under control. 46-43 your final here on Hill Sports 725. On
Who do I play for? I play high school basketball for every baller who ever played a pickup game on a driveway, playground, or alley. Because we all share the same dream. I play for buzzer beaters, big-time boards, and burying rainmakers. I play high school basketball for the chance to put my hometown in Oregon on the map by playing in a state championship.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home.
I play high school basketball because I love performing in front of a capacity crowd in my hometown gym.
This message presented by the Oregon School Activities Association and the Oregon Athletic Directors Association.
And we are back here in the cage at Southridge High School, where the Southridge Skyhawks have taken down the supposed mighty Beaverton Beavers, the number 4 ranked team in the state.